Good day, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Why You Do What You Do by the Building Industry Association's Bay Area Young Professionals. I'm your host, Mark Sherlock. Today's guest is a structural engineer and principal of Harrison Sloan, Mr. Tim Sloan. Tim, great to have you on the show. How you doing today?
Good, Mark. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing great. So I gave you a brief synopsis. We got 3 questions for you. Answer them however you like, and we'll get going. So, Tim, how did you get to principal of Harrison Sloan?
Well, I started in. I think it started when I was in high school. I got a job working for a small construction company in Morgan Hill, and going through that and watching building happen, I realized I wanted to be a builder. I wanted to be a home builder. And after high school, I got into Fresno State in construction management, and the local junior college baseball coach asked if I'd come play baseball. So I stuck around. I played baseball in junior college, and I got recruited to UC Davis to play baseball, and they didn't have a construction management program. So it was, I said, well, I guess they have engineering, so I'll be a civil engineer. I didn't make the baseball team, but I got an engineering degree from Davis, so I think that probably worked out in my favor. A better chance of making money as an engineer than a baseball player, for sure. So after I graduated, I figured, well, I can go try to get a job as a builder with an engineering degree. And it was in the 90s, and we were in a recession, and no builder wanted to hire a kid with no experience. But I got a job working for a small structural engineering company in Sacramento, and they did production housing and remodels and custom homes, and this was exactly the type of work that I wanted to do. So I worked there, and I learned that the engineer that I worked for was wonderful, very smart man. And along the way, the Harris part of the company, his name's Tracy Harris, he came to me after we'd been there a while and said, yeah, hey, we should go open our own company. And I didn't think I had enough experience. I was 28 at the time, but Tracy had been there about, 18 years or something like that. So he had a lot more experience than I did, technical experience. And at the time, there was a lot of good engineering being done in the Northern California market. But I thought that there was an opportunity for a company that wanted to provide good service and do what they say they're going to do and be on time and all that kind of stuff. And so Tracy and I decided, well, let's give it a go, and let's have our company be focused on good service and providing good engineering, and trying to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. So we left. Tracy, Sean Mayer, and we all worked at the same company, and in 2002 we started Harrison Sloan, and Tracy retired from engineering in 2008, and 19 years later, Sean and I, and then obviously a bunch of other people, are still here after recessions and pandemics, and so here we are. We just celebrated our 19th year. So that's how I got to be here. I think it was kind of dumb luck. But you take the opportunities as they show up, right?
Absolutely. Well, as somebody who also went to college and played college baseball and couldn't make a career out of it, I stumbled in architecture. So I think we found the right path. I think we made it. We made it to where we needed to be.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Tim. Second question. What was the most inspirational moment that has shaped your career path?
So I think that for me, the working for the general contractor, that's what shaped what I wanted to do. And I was fascinated by being part or the building industry and being part of the built environment. And you know, I worked for him for 4 summers, and you know, going and seeing a project started and then coming back the next summer and somebody's living in the house, or there's, it's a commercial building and someone's selling something out of it. Um, Seeing how that process happened from a blank piece of dirt to you flip a light switch on and power comes on. It was, to me, it was fascinating. And in the production housing, because he had some production housing projects, you're watching the trades and the organization and the coordination and the collaboration and their efficiency on how they could build things. I found that to be amazing, and I was I was fascinated by it. So watching that happen, um, really made me want to be part of the built environment. I mean, that's it. That's what drew me to it, and watching these fabulous people put these things together, and then seeing something completed and being part of the creative process. That was the inspiration, was just getting to feel like you had a part in changing the landscape.
I agree. Yeah, no, the tangibility of having something that you touched, whether it's 2 dimensions or a drawing, just to see get built is definitely a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
So, Tim, third and final question, the theme behind all this: why do you do what you do?
Well, I love I love the building industry, and I love being part of the built environment. And the part that is really to me the most satisfying is the being part of a team that comes up and solves problems, whatever problem the project has. And every project has something in it, where it might be cost constraints, or it might be material shortages, or it might be a difficult site that has soils issues. So coming together with a group of people, architects, builders, trades, other engineers, and working towards solving that problem, and then watching a building be created out of that. Seeing that part and being part of that process is what I love to be a part of, and what gets me up and has me come to work every day. Doing the calculations now, I mean, I've done lots of calcs and I can skip all that part now. But being part of the team and solving the issues, and 99.5% of the people in the building industry, they're great people. And watching people bring their experiences, their knowledge, and being able to learn from a framer or a concrete guy or an architect or another engineer is how you grow every day. And seeing those things come together, and the relationships that we all have the opportunities to make, the friendships that are made throughout the building industry, and then the final product is you get to see a building that you participated in. And I drive around town, and my wife and kids, I'll say, "Hey, I wonder who did that," and it'd be a building that we've worked on. And so, I wanted to be a builder. I haven't built anything. It's probably good that I don't. It, potentially be overdone anyway. But but to feel like we had a small part in something being created, I still find fascinating, even to this day. And we're the engineer of record on, I don't know, probably 50,000 units at this point, and it's still fascinating to me. And I'm amazed that the groups that we work with can put it together. And I take great pride in looking and seeing the parts that we had a small slice or a small piece and making happen. And I'm grateful for the opportunities that we've had, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
I would say that piece is quite large, Tim. You make sure that those stand up and they don't come down. So, as somebody who designs them, yeah, we appreciate it. Tim, thank you very much for taking your time today to have this conversation with me. Can't wait to share the story.
All right, Mark. Thank you much. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day, Tim. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that concludes our second episode of Why You Do What You Do. I am your host, Mark Sherlock, and always remember why you do what you do.